everybody, so I'm back, and today I want to talk about three dreams that resonate with one another. But I had these dreams in different time periods in my life. So when I say that, the first dream I had on this topic was a few years ago. The second one I had was like last year, and now this third one was this last month. That's what I'm trying to say with that. But and I never shared it with you guys. But now I I do have the sense that I need to share it because it's just really really strong. Like the feeling's really strong now to share it. And when that is so like when it's here and I have to get it out, then I just know I have to share it. That the time has come to share it, right? And speak. So, and it has to do, I know everybody's gonna be like, whoa, but before I start, when you have Jesus, when you have God, you're gonna have to also know that the devil exists. He's real. He's going to attack you. You're protected though by God, okay? But just be prepared that he will try to put fears in you. He's going to try to attack you, okay? It is what it is. But the more you have a relationship with God, the Lord keeps on preparing you. Like, I'm not afraid. Like, come at me. Like, you know what I mean? I've been so prepared. I'm not afraid. Like, come at me. Like, you guys see what I'm saying? And there's nothing to fear when you have the Lord. He will protect you. But the reason why I'm stating this now is because these three dreams have to do with a demon. And a very powerful one at that. And the reason why I have this strong need now to speak about it is because first off, the Lord showed it to me 3 times in different years. So, and it's not something I asked for. You guys see what I'm saying? So it will come upon, I know it's going to come upon my way at some point in my life. I just don't know when, like the Lord didn't say, well, in this year or that year, right? Like I just know it will happen. And it all started the first time I had it. It was like 4 or 5 years ago, okay? That's not long. And like I said, I had the Lord already at a young age. But 4 or 5 years ago, like you guys have to see, the more years come to you and the more you build up your relationship with God, it's going to be different. The more years that pass by, right? Like now I'm again like more, I want, I want to say experienced with the Lord's relationship. You guys see what I'm saying? Even though I had the Lord back then too. But last month, he gave me more of a clarity to that dream, to this, what this is. Because I always, at some points, I was like, why did I dream that? Like, it makes no sense. And then when I dreamed it twice, I'm like, okay, this is really strange. Why am I seeing this, right? And then literally last month, I got like a clarity on it. Maybe not to 100%, but enough to know, like, what's going on. You guys see what I'm saying? So, it started off, the first one was like 4 or 5 years ago. And I was, you guys know sleep paralysis, right? I think every guys know, right? it was that kind of situation. Like now, everything like it's just different now. Okay, so if I do get it, it's not like that anymore. It's like I'm so close now with my Lord. It's a totally different experience now, and I'm like I'm not afraid. So what like, and I haven't had that. So like I receive it. I receive things differently now. Like it's not like excluded, right? But back then it was more of that, right? But this time on that one, the first time I had it, it was really bad on that topic. It was not the first time I ever had it, right? The first time I've had it at a young age, actually as a child. So that I saw things, right? But the thing is, it was like 4 or 5 years ago that it had to do with this topic now that I wanted to share. So it was that uh, I was in that sleep paralysis, but I saw, okay? And it started off with, but I could still move now, right? It didn't get to the point yet where I wasn't able to move. That came in like literally the last minute of this whole experience. And I saw a row, and there were nuns, but these were statues, okay? These were statues, and they were like this big maybe, and they were all in a row, and I heard an evil voice. And like I said, you're gonna get attacked, okay? Like it's just I'm preparing you guys. I am being truthful, and I am saying the truth. When you have Jesus, you just know you're gonna have to deal with that as well. And what kind of extent? The Lord's gonna protect you, okay? But I do feel like I need to share it with you guys because this is what we're fighting against, and I'm not gonna sit here and you know say it doesn't exist when it does. Evil exists. And it's up to you to choose which side you want to be on, yeah? And I highly recommend you go with the Lord. It's the only one that's going to save you. Just saying. But I saw then a row of these statues, and I heard then, the evil. And I knew it's the devil. And the devil was as if like a little bit like mocking, okay? And he was like, it was just evil. And I heard his voice, and he said, "Which one stands out?" And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look, right? And I saw which one stood out. Like the whole row, right? I saw the whole row, and then I saw one, and the one that stood out was the one that was missing its head. Its head was missing. And I knew. I was like, oh, well, I told myself that one, even though I didn't say it. But when I saw it, I knew. And he knew too that I knew. Like when I looked at it, he knew already that I knew which one stood out. I didn't even have to say anything, he knew. And he started laughing. And the way I'm going to describe this, because this is what it sounded like. So if you guys have experience with Nintendo, Bowser from Mario, Bowser. That laugh was similar to Bowser's laugh, like ha 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 ha, right? Like that's the laugh. That's the best way I can explain this to you guys. The best way I can, okay? Because I can't even mimic that. I can't. So, guys know that. That's what it is. That's way I can explain it. And so when he knew that I knew. And he started laughing, this like really evil laugh, like ha ha ha. And I knew too then, that's when I was like trying to get out of it, because then I was going into it, right? And then I was getting into that paralysis state. So I wasn't even in that state yet. And for some reason, like I said, this hasn't happened to me yet, but this experience, I know it's going to come on my path because I got clarity on it, right? At some point in my life. Just back then, I just didn't understand. And I knew in this dream state that there was also someone with me on my side, right? And even though I didn't see who it was, I know it was a male, but I don't know who this person's going to be. I don't know, okay? I don't know. I have no clue. All I know is like something in the future. I know this because like I hasn't happened yet. But I was again in this dream state, and the reason why I say this because when I opened up my eyes and I then fell into it, okay? I opened up my eyes after that evil laugh, and the head of that nun that was missing overtook that person that was next to me. And it took his head, like it took his, it overtook it didn't take mine. Like, you guys see what I'm saying? It was like really, when I think about it, it was just really disgusting because like the devil really had a laugh and hurting me. And I don't even know yet I don't know which way it's going to be. Like, you guys see what I'm saying? But he's gonna have a laugh at it. But this nun's face, and okay, this nun's face, you guys can think whatever you guys want. I just know what the Lord shows me or allows me to see, okay? Because obviously it's gonna come my way. And he's preparing me for that, okay? This was this nun. All of a sudden that I opened up my eyes to, like I said, I opened up my eyes and I saw it laughing at me. I was like, and I was in shock which nun I saw. It was the demon one. The one like in the movies. It was literally the one in the movies. From the nun, that demon. That thing. And I don't even think, like, back in those days, I think you only saw it in Conjuring. I don't know. I haven't seen this in forever. I can't tell you guys, okay? But I just know one thing, like that movie, The Nun, I don't even think that was even out yet. Like, but that's what I saw. And I can't remember. I think I saw it like once. So I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a long time, you guys. But, and I don't know why the Lord chose me that one. But he shows me that one. So I don't know what he's trying to tell me with that. But I have a feeling it's definitely a demon. And it's a very powerful one. Now, if it's going to be exactly that one, I don't know and I don't understand that yet. But he always is showing me this same one. And it's that one from the movies. A very powerful one, okay? Maybe that's what the Lord's trying to tell me. A very powerful one. And this is how he can make me understand it, right? But this is the one I see. And I opened up my eyes and I saw that. And it overtook this person's head. And it just was like smiled at me, okay? And I just knew at that time it was like a shock, okay? Like my heart did stop at that time because it was just like I didn't even understand why he showed me that. Like, whoa. But I'll do the point. 14 minutes in. The second dream I had was probably like a year ago. So now it's like coming closer, these dreams. It's like now it's like getting closer. And the second one I had was I was this one went actually quick. And for some reason I knew it had like something with like school or something, but maybe not. I don't know. But there was at some point like an in between. An in between came in this dream. And this was a dream now, okay? So like the sleep paralysis, like that was like 4 or 5 years ago. This was now a dream. This was a dream. And in that between, again, I saw that nun coming at me. It wanted to kill me, okay? And it was throwing like metal pieces. It was like trying to kill me. It was actually throwing these things. This thing was trying to like get me, but like it couldn't. Like I knew at the end I made it, right? Before it could get me, but like it wasn't. I really had to dodge it, but I made it. Okay, so that was the second time I saw this nun again, and I'm just like, this is just like not. This is not normal. I keep seeing like this demon. Like this is just. But again, time has passed, and I just didn't think about it anymore. Like, and the thing is, here, I don't ask for this. I don't. Here and there, it came through my mind, and I was thinking, I was like, I wonder why I saw those all those years. I just never understood that because it was very, very vivid. Very vivid, and I just know, I just knew it had a meaning to it, okay? It was not something, I had a message. But then the third dream came. It was about a month ago. So again, time has, has passed by. And then I got a dream, and I didn't even know that I was going to see this again. It's just that, like, the Lord reveals it to me. It's just, he just does, so I just know it's going to come at some point. But now I understand. I have clarity on it now. And it was like this dream. And I knew this time it was virtual, okay? I had to do something with online. And I was like somewhere upstairs, like at some building, and I was like upstairs. And again, in that in between, there was a man. But I knew this man was speaking to me through, just like how I speak now to you guys. It's like, it's virtual, right? And this man, I don't know who he is. I know he has glasses. That I do know. In the dream, I saw glasses. But I saw him very quick. It was like a flash, okay? I couldn't really get his features, or I don't know who he is yet. Because I think it's going to be someone, obviously, that I haven't encountered yet, okay? And if I did encounter this person, it's just someone, then more like stranger almost kind of thing, okay? But I don't know this person yet. But I know he has glasses. He had glasses on. And it was through virtual, okay? Even though I felt like he was with me in the house, it was just really weird. But I was in the house, and he was talking to me through online. Like, I don't want to say FaceTime or something, but it was definitely through like something like that. And he said, and I had someone with me too. In the dream, this person looked like my mother. Like, it was shown like my mother, but that could also be like a figure that resonates, right? It doesn't, or it's going to be my mother. I don't know, right? But I know I have someone that's accompanying me with whatever this experience is going to be. I don't know. And however, that will happen though after, okay? So this man was talking to me through virtual, and he said, I like when you come up, you it can't move. Like it's stopped in its place. So whenever like something, and I knew too then like it was about my videos. So whenever like my videos play, this thing just, and I didn't know yet what was really going on. I didn't know what he was talking about. You guys see what I'm saying? So I didn't know yet what he was talking about, but he told me though, um, for some reason, only with me, this thing can't move. It does. It's like it can't. It stops moving when something's shown with me. And I knew it had to do with videos. I knew it had to do like something with online. So because I said like I don't know, right? And so I decided to help. But for some reason in the dream, I was a little hesitant at first. Maybe because I didn't know yet really what was going on, but I knew they needed help. Okay, I knew they needed help, and I knew for some reason I was a little hesitant at first. So I don't know if at that time I already knew these people, and maybe if they've done something that makes me, you know, hesitant. Like why I felt more like. Uh, I felt like something happened, I've been done wrong or something, and now they desperately needed help. And I was a little hesitant. I think that's the feeling I had in the dream, but I can't tell you guys if that's actually gonna be the case, okay? But that's just how I felt in the dream. But all besides the point, I didn't really know what was going on either. I don't know what he was talking about with what's stopped at its place. All I knew, like, some things were happening, they were not normal. So, but I did decide to help because I knew I had to help. They needed desperate help. Like, something was seriously, I knew there was more to the picture here. And I just knew I just had to help. So I did. I did. And now, I went a little further, okay? So in this house, I was like in a house. I didn't see this man again, okay? So I didn't see this man again, but I know I decided to help, and then I was all of a sudden, I just went further, and but it had to do with a house. And whoever was accompanying with me, like, it showed, like, the Lord showed me my mom, but like I said, it could be someone else, okay? And I knew they hired so many people. I knew they hired so many people, and not one person was able to get rid of whatever this was causing, okay? And I still didn't understand yet what was really going on. So, and they all didn't know what to do anymore. I mean, it was going crazy, okay? They didn't know what to do anymore. They needed help, like, they really needed help. And they all went at it in a different way, okay? And I just knew. And now at that point in the dream, I started realizing, I started knowing what was going on. I knew then at that point, okay? It's just I haven't seen yet. I just knew though how to go at it, okay? And I knew they all tried different things and it was not working. Wasn't gonna work, okay? And I knew the only way to get this answer on what's going on, like what in the world is going on, was going to be through God, through Jesus. That's the only one that's gonna help. I just knew that. So, and I'm the only one that approached it like that. They didn't even, and I knew that in the dream that they didn't approach it like this. And if they were going to do it, I don't think they were gonna even do it. You know what I mean? But I wasn't afraid. And at the same time, I knew you know that feeling that you're about to see something and might not be pleasant? I knew that. I knew that, but I knew I had to do this. Otherwise, it's not gonna be solved. So, in the dream, then I went down on my knees and I was ready. I was ready. And I asked Jesus. I asked him then, Lord, can you please show me what's going on? Please show me what this is. Allow me to see the truth. And so, already as soon as I did that, I didn't expect it to come that fast, but it came really fast. Because then I was looking in through like a hallway, okay, and a wall, and I knew I was in a house. But it was a long hallway, and it was at that end of that hallway, at that wall, that's when I saw all of a sudden that same demon come out. And now this person that was accompanying me, okay, also saw it. So I wasn't the only one that saw this, okay? But everybody else in the room didn't see it. But this person that accompanied me, even though it was my mom, but it could be someone that resonates or similar, right? I'll find out when the time has come. But I saw it, looked now to my mom in this dream, looked at me, eyes wide open, never seen this before, okay? Like, it was real life. This thing showed itself real life. Like no more dreams, no more paralysis, none of that. It was just now, it was like real life action, okay? I saw it with my eyes, and whoever was accompanying me with this, I saw it too. So I was not alone in this. After I asked the Lord if he can show it, if it can be revealed, because something it needs to go, right? And as soon as we saw that, and this person wasn't shocked. I'm gonna say my mom because in the dream it was shown that, but like I said, it can always be someone else, right? And I know I had to fight now, okay? I knew I had to fight, but I don't think so. Whoever accompanied me with, I don't know if this person, I don't think they. I'm gonna say my mom now, but because that's what I saw. But I had this feeling that she never saw or would have believed that something like that would happen. Like, you guys see what I'm saying? But she saw it too. So for me, it was already something like, I've been so many at times prepared in my dreams and all this, so I'm not afraid to take it on. I'll fight, right? But that was the first time that she, like, that's why her eye, like, they went like big, okay? They were like, right? But I also was like that because now, like, it was actually real life action. That's the feeling I got though when I looked at the reaction. And then all of a sudden, this thing was coming at me, okay? And then I heard, and I was like, ah, but like, okay, I know that was really bad, but the scream that I made wasn't out of fear. So whatever scream happens, it has a meaning to it. I don't know yet what it is. There's something significant with some kind of scream that will take place on that. But I was ready to fight it, and I knew I was going to fight it. And then it was over. I was like, I took a breath, and I was ready to fight it. And I knew the only way to do it is through God, okay? And that's why it showed itself. Because, you guys, nothing else is going to get rid of that. And maybe that's why the Lord shows me that nun demon, because it's a very, very, obviously, well, in the movies it was a very powerful demon. Okay, it can't be, it's hard to defeat. You guys see what I'm saying? So maybe that's why he shows me that, but he shows me that one. He's just been showing me that one. And before I stop this video, these dreams, I thought it was very important to share, because I also have to share what we're fighting against. You guys see what I'm saying? So when the Lord does reveal, or allows it to be revealed, the evil things, right? It's also something I will need to share then with you guys, because in reality it is a testimony that it exists. There's good and there's evil, okay? And I can only encourage you guys to choose God. He's going to be the only one that can even get rid of something like that. I don't know what this is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be some kind of exorcism. I have no idea. I don't know why I see this, but I got more clarity I got more clarity. I know this thing had to go. You guys see what I'm saying? This thing had to go. Like, you guys know what I mean, right? Like, it had to go. And the only way to get rid of it was through God. And I knew they hired so many people in that dream, and not one person was able to get rid of it. And I thought, and then I understood why he said that. Like, as soon as it sees me, it can't move. It's like stopped on its tracks. It can't do its evil things, right? Because I love Jesus, and he is my God, and he's my armor and shield and my sword. And I know that's going to be my weapon against this thing. Like, you guys see what I'm saying? Because that's the only one that you can use to get rid of it. Only God is going to be able to help you get rid of a demon. You guys see? And I've seen many times, one of the big ways you can see when someone has a demon attached to them. I've seen it in real life, okay? But not like how this is now, okay? This is actually like, I see the demon, like, itself. But it's always in the weakest points, but not the weakest points. It's in anger. Then you see when the demon overtakes the body. The person's eyes, the way you can tell is when the eyes, they turn pure black. They turn pure black. And you're just looking at it and you're like, you already know. Like, I already know when I see it, okay? The eyes, they turn pure black. I've seen it in someone who was angry. I've seen it in someone who had an alcohol problem. So when this person drank alcohol, and alcohol basically took over, right? And I saw this person on the floor just being drunk, right? But I saw that the demon took over, and I saw the eyes, okay? So I just, at that moment, all you can do is pray and speak. Then whenever I try to then do speak, unless the Lord tells me to stay silent, right? All you can do then is just ask the Lord, please take this demon away, because I see it. I also seen it in someone who was laying in, elderly person, but they were eating, and while I was eating, all of a sudden, like, I saw the black eyes, and this woman ate, right? Like, not human anymore. Like, it was like, and the eyes were pure black, and I just knew. So, I just knew I had to share this with you guys because it's the truth. Like I said, it hasn't happened yet, but it's also another way this video is about for you guys to also know when you're dealing with something like that, and the only way you can deal with something like that, or if you know someone that has that, your only weapon that you can use is God. The only one that can get rid of it is God. Just like with the apostles, right? When the Lord Himself, He drove out demons from people, right? I mean, He's only gonna happen through Him. You guys see what I'm saying? Like, it's only going to happen through Him. Nothing else is gonna work. And I think it's so sad that people, they try other things to get rid of us, but and maybe that's why the Lord showed it to me. It's going to be a demon that they can't, the only way to get rid of it is going to be so powerful that the only way to get rid of it is through God. Someone that's going to speak using God. Because it is just what it is. You guys know what I mean? So, with all that said, that's just what I wanted to share, and you'll see it through the eyes. If someone at that moment is being possessed, or it's been taken over, you see it through the eyes. They're pure black. Pure black. You'll know. And praying is a very powerful weapon. You might not believe it, but it is. Very powerful. More than you think. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys, and I'll see you guys the next time. Bye bye.